That night was the darkest moment of my life. The pain brought to me by the car accident was deep enough, but it was still not half as painful as what they brought to me. With my eyes open, I lay there from dusk to dawn. Every scene that was imprinted in my eyes became a poison needle piercing my heart. One by one, I gradually became numb and hateful from anger and grief. And then to the dead silence and tranquility now. At 8 o'clock in the morning, Lin Cheng went to work. Chen Fang yawned and cooked in the kitchen. Watching them trying to act in order to hide it from me, I sat on the sofa and observed every corner of the living room without making a sound. I saw that the wedding room that I paid for was decorated completely differently from the plan I proposed. It was full of tacky candy colors, and the photo placed in the middle of the living room was actually the wedding photo of Lin Cheng and Chen Feng. Glancing sideways, I saw Chen Feng was also wearing candy-colored pajamas, and my hand holding the water cup couldn't help shaking. The words I heard last night after I regained my sight suddenly came to my mind, and I came to an uncontrollable conclusion in my heart. Lin Cheng and Chen Feng, are they treating my house as their wedding house? Thinking of the fact that Chen Feng was hired after I moved into this house, I couldn't help but swear. I subconsciously looked at the open kitchen again, seeing that Chen Feng blatantly fried the leftovers and put them on the table, and took out a few cucumbers from the refrigerator without washing them, smashed them, mixed them together, and threw them into the plate that was still stained with oil. My face turned cold, and I called her over. Xiao Feng, I suddenly want to eat the pan-fried buns that I asked you to buy for me last time. Please buy me 2 servings. I sent Chen Feng away. Although she was reluctant, as a nanny, she had to play the role to the end. After making sure she left the community, I had the opportunity to check the whole house. Seeing that the apartment was indeed filled with Chen Fang's things. Even my things that I moved from the old house were thrown into the utility room. And there were even scratched wedding photos of me and Lin Cheng in it. My face suddenly sank. The conclusion of the guess was confirmed. I returned to the master bedroom and stared at the wall of Chen Fang's life photos. I was so angry that I couldn't stop shaking, especially after seeing the happy smiles on their faces. I couldn't help but want to smash everything in the room. I remember very clearly that this apartment was renovated after Lin Cheng proposed to me. 3 years ago, when housing prices were rising rapidly, a project on my hand happened to give me a lot of bonuses, so I added my savings and bought this apartment in full. At that time, because it was a pre-sale house, I had been living in the old house that my parents left to me after they passed away. Lin Cheng appeared at this time. He was an employee of the project partner. I went to their company frequently during that period. After getting to know each other, he began to pursue me and said that he fell in love with me at first sight. I was 27 years old at that time, not young anymore. In an era when the concept of older, leftover women is becoming increasingly popular, as a woman, there will be some anxiety in this regard. In addition, Lin Cheng pursued me diligently and treated me with meticulous care, so I agreed to his pursuit. In those 2 years, Lin Cheng behaved very honestly and simply. he would blush, would be reluctant to let go, and sometimes even showed a kind of immaturity and clumsiness of never having been in love. So much so that I always felt that he was a rare species in this open society. Holding a sincere heart, I hold it in my hands for you. Later, I had a car accident. I thought that Lin Cheng would give up on me because of the coldness of human nature, but he didn't. He proposed to me solemnly on the day I woke up. He said that he loved me as a person, not my eyes. No matter what I became, whether I was born, old, sick, or dead, he would always... At that time, I really thought I was the luckiest person in the world. I was even moved and took the initiative to add his name to the house and made a notarization. But now, all this in front of me gave me a solid slap in the face. What kind of terrible person could quietly start decorating our wedding room? According to his cousin's preferences after proposing to me, and deceived me that everything was decorated according to my requirements. 5. The feeling of horrifying thought is nothing more than this. I held back my raging emotions and was thinking about how to find a way to take revenge on this couple, when the corner of my eye suddenly swept over something. It was a white medicine bottle with English written all over it. It was placed on the bedside table with a small half cup of water next to it. It was obviously the medicine I had taken last night. The doctor kindly told me that this medicine was a side effect of the smallest Chinese medicine when he prescribed it to me. My eyelids jumped and I froze in place for a long time before I stepped forward and picked up the bottle of medicine. I glanced at the English words on it, and when I saw clearly that its name was hydroxychloroquine, my heart skipped a beat. I hurriedly took out my phone and checked the relevant information about this medicine. After seeing that it was used to control the clinical symptoms of malaria and had nothing to do with treating the eyes, but it also had side effects of damaging the eyes and even causing blindness. My hands shook and the phone fell to the ground. Lin Cheng, why did you give me this medicine? Countless terrible conjectures suddenly came to my mind. I staggered to pick up the phone. My first reaction was to call my attending physician. I had to find out whether he had prescribed this medicine for me. Does this medicine have any effect on my current condition that I don't know about? But thinking that Lin Cheng had been in contact with him for nearly a year, I was worried that Lin Cheng would know. Looking through the phone book, I thought about it and called my former boss. Since the car accident, I have been immersed in depression and autism for a long time. Since I was discharged from the hospital, I have not contacted anyone except Lin Cheng and Chen Feng. As an orphan whose parents died, I always felt that Lin Cheng was the only warmth I had in this city. But now, this warmth has turned into a nightmare. When I woke up from the nightmare, I really couldn't think of anyone to ask for help except my former boss. When I was obsessed with work and making money, my social circle was so small. Now I have been out of society for too long, and Chen Feng follows me every day. Although she will take a few hours to buy buns today, I am not sure if there will be any mistakes in the process. So I have to entrust the man who has always cooperated with me and is steady and righteous. After the call was connected, I hesitated and said, "Mr. Zhang, Are you free? Can you help me check something? Kay paused and added, It's urgent. After not contacting for nearly a year, Zhang Linyun was obviously surprised to hear my voice. After several seconds of silence, he said, I am free. What to check? Very straightforward, without any hesitation. I was stunned. And the uneasiness of asking someone to do something after not contacting for a long time disappeared immediately. I bent my lips gratefully, and my mind instantly recalled the scene when we fought side by side, invincible in the workplace, and won one project after another. Zhang Linyun has always been a very trustworthy person. After so many years of cooperation, he has never let me down. After a moment of calming down, I simply told him about my recovery of sight. Then, I briefly explained my current situation. He listened quietly, and his breathing was obviously a little colder. Then, before I asked him what to do next, he said in advance, I will go to the hospital to help you check the bottle of medicine. He actually guessed my intention. My eyes were a little hot when I heard his vigorous arrangement. It's still early now. Today is enough to find out the results. For safety reasons, I will wait for your one-way contact. Now, you have to find a way to avoid taking this medicine again and start to keep evidence. If possible, it is best to create an environment for them to tell the truth. Remember, don't be impulsive. Calm down. Face it calmly. And if you need anything, you can find me, and I will do my best to help you. He nags and instructs a lot, just like he once held a small meeting with me. Before hanging up the phone, he finally stopped. He paused and said, Shen Yi, protect yourself.